Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today we are going to be doing a full face of glam on my mum. Cannot wait. I have been waiting to do this for such a long time. We are going to have a little bit of drama in the room. So we're going to be using all the products that were in last week's video when my mum was talking through all her daily products that she uses on a daily basis within this video, so we can show you application techniques and all that jazz. But we are going to be using a few others as well, including this little one here, which is the Sultry palette. There are some absolutely amazing, very dramatic, deep shades within this palette, and I cannot wait to get them on her eyes. But before we do, please make sure you have liked this video, you have clicked subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I upload on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 PM London time, and I'm also on Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, it's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. Let's get her in here. So I'm going to do the eye look first because there are lots of glittery, sparkly bits in this palette, and I want to make sure I can clean up with the concealer and the foundation afterwards. So I've just used my P.LOUISE Base, which is in the shade 01, and I'm just going to pop that all over the lid. This covers up all the discoloration, the veins that you can see on the eyelid, and will help the eyeshadow look more vivid in colour. I'm actually going to take that all the way into the corner as well. So firstly, I'm going to dip into this shade here, which is called Fresh, and I'm going to apply the colour all over the lid, all the way up to the brow, just to set that base in place so we don't have any sticky patches. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go into this shade here, which is called Birch, and I'm just going to place that into the crease and just slightly above the crease. Grab a bit more of that colour and just deepen it up a little bit. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to take the shade Twig, which is this shade here, and just deepen everything up again, just a little bit, going slightly lower than I did before. So I'm really going to try and deepen up the look even more here. We're going to use this shade here, which is called Dystopian, and we're going to go all over the lid. First of all, in the outer crease. So I am still using a fluffy brush here, just in that outer crease. Once I've done the outer corner with the fluffy brush, I'm going to take my 01 Reaper brush, which is a flat packing brush. I'm going to take the same shade in Dystopian, and I'm going to pack that all over the lid. Okay, so I'm going to take a really fluffy brush. This is my Morphe E23 brush, and I'm just going to make sure that there are no harsh edges whatsoever. Everything's blended out beautifully into nothing. So I'm going to deepen up the outer edge even more using the shade Noir, which is an absolutely fantastic matte black. You need very little. It's actually quite scary if you apply too much. Just the smallest amount blended in. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of sparkle, and when I say a little bit, I actually mean quite a lot. And this is called Cinder. It's quite browny in the pan, but it looks quite rose goldy when it's on the lid. And I'm just going to apply it with my finger right in the centre. I need to envisage my mum wearing the little black dress. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the colour Cyborg, which is the most amazing glittery shade, and I'm just going to pop it closer to the inner corner and just blend that in. So the next step is black kohl eyeliner, and this is on my mum's favourite list. This is by Bourjois and it's the Kohl and Contour. So we're just going to run that across the top of the lash line, just on the outer part, so about half of the way across. So once the top eyeliner is done, I am going to ask my mum to do her top waterline and bottom waterline all the way across. So if you could do that for me, Mum, using the same pencil, so it's the same pencil from Bourjois. It looks messy at this stage, which is why I think a lot of people don't like applying eyeshadow, because they think that is going to be the outcome once the look is finished. It never tends to come together until the whole look is finished as a whole. So don't worry about the mess. You can clean that up a little bit later on. We're going to move on to foundation. And the foundation that is my mum's favourite is, of course, the Hydraluminous from number 7. If anybody was wondering what brush I'm using the Revolution Pro 230 brush, which still isn't available to buy. I'm kicking myself for not buying 2 of these when they were available. So next I'm going to use my mum's MAC Prep and Prime in the shade Bright Forecast. We add just a few dots underneath of the eyes. This is so good. It is very similar to a highlighter, so it will reflect the light, it will illuminate, and it will also cover up any redness, any purplish tones, so any dark circles. And as if by magic, piff, paff, puff, it already looks 10 times better. This is a great product. It's also very hydrating underneath the eye, so you haven't got to worry about it drying your under eyes out. So the next product is my mum's other favourite. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics in the shade Medium. You need the smallest amount, and when I say the smallest amount, I mean a pinprick for both eyes. So I'm literally applying this much on my skin, and that will be too much, so I'll be very, very careful how much I apply. I'm going to rub this on my hand to warm it up and loosen off the cream, and then I'm just going to apply it underneath the eye really, really softly and pat that in with my fingers. So then we're going to take my mum's powder that she has in her kit. This is the Face Studio Setting Powder from Maybelline. I'm taking a very small brush, applying that, going to tap off the excess, get my mum to make a funny face, you know you love it. Ready? And I'm just going to tap that underneath just to set it in place. Okay, so now we're going to go straight back to the eye look and finish that off before we move on to putting any dimension and colour back in the face. I'm going to go with Dystopian right down here, which is the shade that we put all over the lid. Take that on a really small brush, and I'm just going to dust that underneath, right at the edge. And then we'll smoke that out in just a minute. So once that's done, I'm going to go straight into this shade Birch, which was our transition shade. This is the first shade that we used. Using the same brush, I'm going to go, if you open your eyes for me, Mum, I'm going to go straight from that shade and I'm going to smoke it out all the way underneath. Then I'm just going to take the same shade on the same brush and just run that just over this area here, right in the inner crease. And then I'm going to take the same kohl pencil that we used earlier on and just put the tiniest, weeniest bit underneath the lash line. Next product to go on is another one of my mum's favourites. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'm going to get my mum to do her own mascara. You don't like curling the lashes, do you?
No.
It ekes my mum out quite a lot, so I'm not going to make her do that. I do love a curled lash, but it's whatever is comfortable for you. So let's finish off the eye look with some brows, because at the moment my mum looks like she doesn't have brows at all. So we're going to just pencil a few hairs in with the NYX Microbrow pencil in Ash Brown. So I'm just going to run through these with the spoolie just to soften them off. Okay, so we're going to move on to bronzer. This is not a favourite of my mum's, but it is the one that she uses every day because she stole it from my drawer. I'm not going to go back into that all over again. So we're just going to add a little bit of bronzer. This is a really nice bronzer. It's quite cool toned. It's not too orangey, so it will add a little bit of warmth to the face, but it'll add a lot of definition and it definitely won't make you look orange. Just going to add a little on the temples. So I just realised the camera shut off after we'd done bronzing, which is really inconvenient because we've already now done blush before we realised that the camera shut off. Really sorry about that. I took my MAC 153, I think, 153 or 163 brush, and I went into my mum's other preferred choice, which is from the Body Shop, and it's the 06 blush, which is a really beautiful corally pink shade. What I've done is I've basically just dabbed that onto the cheek area from the corner of the eye all the way up to the temples, and a little bit on the temples as well. So that's what I did for blush. Moving on to lipstick, which is the bit that just pulls everything together. So this is my mum's absolute favourite. It's from Beauty Pie. It is extremely affordable and it is in the shade Naked Pink. It's such a beautiful colour, really, really hydrating, really nourishing on the lips, just gorgeous. And I'm going to get my mum to apply this. So many people when my mum's on say, does your mum not use a lip liner? Do you use a lip liner on a daily basis?
No.
No. My mum is really, really lucky though to not have any lines above her lips that make the lipstick bleed throughout the day. Your lipstick just remains where you put it, doesn't it? So if my mum did have those lines, then I would be using a lip liner, but she doesn't have a problem. So that's the finished look. We're just going to go and do hair and we will be right back. So this is the finished look. Please let everybody know what you think about it in the comment section below. I think she looks absolutely beautiful, and all of the products that we used today were my mum's products, discounting the Sultry palette, which belongs to me and she is not having. But I think you look really, really glam. It's like a rock chic, and you just need to put a little black dress on now and go to a Christmas party. You look really, really beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Completely different to anything we have ever done on my mum on this channel. I hope everybody likes it. Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I just need to find somewhere to go now. Tonight.
That's a hint, I think.
No, it's not.
So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. And I'm also on Instagram, and this one features on Instagram sometimes as well. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces, if you want to follow me on there as well. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye.